Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the instant match reaction to Stoke City 1, Everton 1. What a rubbish game. It was tough to watch at times, wasn't it? It's one of them. Really, there'll be people who are very disappointed. There are people who are very disappointed at the quick look on Twitter before I've come and done this video. And some people just are really, really disappointed that we haven't won the game. And I suppose that's just an indication of how well we've been doing of late. But it's tough for me to make a case for us winning it, to be honest with you. And sometimes when that's the case, you have to just go, yeah. You know, said before the Crystal Palace game, said to Ped when we were doing the preview, for Palace, if we can take 4 points from the next 6 away from home, that'll be a good return. We've done that. We've took the 4. We've kept the run going. We are now unbeaten since Liverpool beat us. You know, we put a nice little run together. But when you see the results, I suppose, tonight of the other teams, you know, Manchester United dropping points at home to Hull, and last night, you know, none of the big clubs winning, none of the teams above us winning. Only Man City have won 4-0 at West Ham. Not difficult at the moment. Other than that, everybody else has drawn and Arsenal lost. So it was a chance to really dive into that pack. But it isn't FIFA. It's not Football Manager. It's real football. And real football throws up lots of different challenges. Tonight, you know, a wet and windy night at Stoke. Just how people imagine it and tell everybody. And some of our players couldn't do it on a wet, windy night at Stoke. The team went with the team that me and Ped picked. Yeah, it didn't really start very well, did it? Morgan Schneiderlin came into the side at the expense of Gareth Barry. And we started with the 3 at the back again. And we still don't know. As well as we've defended of late, we still are suspect of that good old hoof inside the right back area. It's a Charlie Adam round the corner. Arnautovic, Mason Holgate leaves Arnautovic and then has to play catch-up. Ashley Williams should be marking Peter Crouch or Funes Mori. One of them should have Crouch. He's not quick. And neither of them do. Arnautovic gets in, stabs it across. Nice little finish for Peter Crouch. Gives it all that bollocks, which I thought he'd finished with. And we're 1-0 down in the opening 5 or 6 minutes. And not the start you want. Not the start when you go into Stoke. You don't give them that early goal. Don't give them that encouragement. But I thought after the goal, although we got on the ball and, you know, we dominated the possession. But we, again, I suppose this is why, you know, some of us are frustrated that we haven't gone on and been able to get someone in to play up with Romelu Lukaku. Kevin Morales was up there again. And like the Palace game, he offers nothing in some games. And he offered absolutely nothing again. He's lovely on the halfway line or in our half with his nice little touch and lays it off and looks like he's going to do something. But he offers nothing in that area because it's all safe. We want him doing that like he was against City on the edge of their box and in and around. Now, whether that's Ronald Koeman playing him, asking him to drop deep and make a 5-man midfield or whatever, I don't know. But Kevin Morales is ineffective away from home. His best position is right up alongside Lukaku. And I suppose we were isolated. Ron was isolated. The game, we've seen it lots of times. He had one opportunity where he could have took the ball on another 10 yards in it and he just lashes at it from about 40 yards. Morales had a shot which was comfortably saved by Grant. Coleman had 2 opportunities that his first touch let him down on one, and the other one he should have cut back and he blazed it over. Other than that, in the first half, we didn't really create anything. Stoke were just like the away side. It took me a while to work out their tactic. Give it to Charlie and hoof it to Crouch. But you'd have to listen. You'd have to do what you'd have to do. I personally wouldn't like to watch that, but they're effective, you know, and that's how they got. Crouch should make it 2-0. It's a great volley. Volleys it wide. And then Joel Robles comes up big for us at 1-0, still first from Arnautovic, who's just allowed to waltz in behind us. Mason Holgate didn't know he was there, and that, you know, Mason's got to quickly switch on to that kind of thing. He's great at so many things. He's still learning. But just a couple of times he allowed Arnautovic in. Joel makes a big save for us. We then score, A perfectly legitimate goal, legal goal. So stop your stupid booing, stop your stupid old manager. You know, I've got to say, is one of the few ex-Everton players who I just totally can't have. Nick Barmby's another one. But him, Mark Hughes, I just can't have him at all. Not 1% of me likes him. Just a horrible, horrible fella. And he's a cry-ass. For someone who gave it all this and kicked people, he is a cry-ass. And he's, for a team that at times, like a rugby side, the way they're so physical, they're cry-asses as well. And they're whinging about a goal, claiming that Lukaku, it hits Shawcross. The referee has been absolutely blob on there. The linesman's a shitbag, but they all are. The pathetic linesmen are pathetic. The referees are pathetic. But I thought, in general, the referee tonight was okay. I thought he'd done all right. He give us a couple of things that I thought weren't free kicks, and he give them things that weren't. But in general, I thought he was all right. But the goal was a great decision. And you know what? A Roberto Martinez Everton side wouldn't have got that, because they'd have all just gone, okay, ref, and wandered away, waltzed away without a care in the world. This side now, nah, Schneiderlin weren't having it. He was straight over there. Coleman was straight over there. And all of a sudden, Davey, they're all over there. And they make the referee have to make a decision. They grabbed the ref, went over, pointed at Shawcross, all went over. Lukaku saying, I didn't celebrate, it wasn't me. And they all run over, and the correct decision. And, you know, Mark Dickhead Hughes has seen it and is still saying it was offside. He was level. If he was off, it was minuscule. It's irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. A cross come, it's a shot. It's Shawcross goes in. End of arguments. We go in 1-1. It's 1-1, and then they get in again. And out of Funes Mori, who is just a liability. He does some things well, but there's just basic. He doesn't know where any striker is, and that is, when you're a centre back, that's dangerous. And out of it, he tries to stretch for something. He's already kicked it to nobody. You know, it's a poor ball. Ross heads it back. Why Ross heads it back, I don't know. It's a crap clearance, and the ball comes in. Murray's taking out the game. And Arnautovic is in off a crouch back heel, I think it was. And Joel comes up with another massive save for us. We go in at 1-1. All the Stokies are booing, probably throwing pies and all that. We come out for the second half, and we were in control. I mean, we were in control in the first half, but they had the better chances. You know, we come out into the second half, and we kind of get hold of the game again. But the final third, and this is what will stop Everton, I think, being able to put enough wins together to trouble the top four. It can happen, without a shadow of a doubt. It can happen. We proved it. But there'll be games like tonight where we're just not cute enough in that final third, and it proved that Rom just wasn't in the game. And some of it's his fault, and some of it's our fault. Morales just wasn't in the game. You know, offers very little. We carried on. We plugged away a little bit, but the game was just crap. It was lit up by a Charlie Adams shot from the halfway line, which I thought was absolutely brilliant, the way he took that on. Great vision, great shot. And Joel has to make a save. They bring Bejarino on. He offered something different, I suppose. We brought Lookman on, and Lookman nearly scores with his first shot. Tom Davies in the corner, little back heel through the legs of Bards, I think it was. Lookman's in, gives the eyes for a cross, it's near post, and Lee Grant makes a really, really good save. And Everton are pushing on at that stage, and I'm thinking, we can win this now. We can just be a little bit cute around the box. They had the odd thing, but in general for them, I'd be fuming if I was a Stoke fan, because basically they have spent money, and all they do is give it to Adam to try and whack it in for Crouch, and you think, you've got good players, play a bit of football, mix it up. But anyway, that's them. That, you know, leave them to them. The only other real opportunity we had, and it was a really, really good opportunity, we get Morales in, Schneiderlin has a shot, Barkley has a shot, comfortable save, but we get in, Coleman gets in down the right, does brilliantly to put this cross back. Tom Davies diving header, brilliant save from Grant. It breaks a look when he whacks it across. How it doesn't go in is beyond me. I just looked at the far corner, just expected the net to ripple. It goes through Grant's legs, it goes beyond Shawcross and beyond Davis on the far post, and you're just like, as if that didn't go in. It was just unbelievable. You know, and the game is played out to a 1-1 draw. At half time, he removed Holgate, put James McCarthy on. James McCarthy done well pressing, but I don't know whether it took anything away from the midfield. I'm not sure. The game was a bit turgid anyway, to be honest. But, you know, just one thing I want to moan about is we get a free kick in the 92nd minute. Don't play a sure free kick in the 92nd minute away at Stoke when it's 1-1. Get it into their box. They were under pressure. They were flapping. Get it into their box and maybe have a shot. We give a short one and it ends up with us giving a free kick away and they can knock it into our box. It's just... Ronald Koeman was fuming at that stage. But, you know, stand here. We draw 1-1. We've got the 4 from the 2 away games. I can't honestly stand there and say we deserve to win. So I'm not stood here really, really disappointed. If we'd have missed chance after chance, I'd be tearing my hair out. But I just think I can't justify us winning the game. I think a draw was... We could have won it, but we could have been 3 or 4 down at half time. And that's the reality. As much of the ball, I think we finished the first half with 61% of possession and 10 shots to 5 or something like that. But the reality is they had 3 good chances. Crouch, volley just wide, and then the 2 saves from Robles. So the game could have been over at half time. Second half, they had very little and didn't look like they were going to get anything. And we come into it a bit more. We had a couple of better chances in the second half, but I think on the balance of play, I think a draw was a fair result. And I'm not going to stand there and say any different. Yeah, it's disappointing me to see everybody else drop points. Yeah, it would have been lovely to win our 4th straight game. But I'm one of those Evertonians that I think if we'd have won tonight, I'd be thinking Saturday and going, we don't win 5 on the spin and dreading that. And now I feel as though we're going to be refreshed and ready to go and ready to take Bournemouth to the cleaners at the weekend. And, you know, that's footy, isn't it? It isn't a computer game where you just win, and everyone's dropping points and it's easy. This is the Premier League and it's tough, and it isn't always easy to win games when you look and go, we should have won there, we should win at that place. You've got to earn the right. We weren't good enough tonight. We battled and we dug in and done well. I thought Morgan Schneiderlin was fantastic. I thought Tom Davies got better and better as the game went on. And I thought Joe Robles was excellent for us. Ashley Williams had a good game. Other than that, plays were okay. Some below par. But, you know, for Everton to win tonight, we would have needed most of our players to play 8 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s, and it wasn't the case. And they're a tough team to beat there. They've started picking up some results now. And we move on now. It's done. It's done, and all the focus leads to Saturday to Bournemouth. And, you know, that is what we need to do now, get over the line against Bournemouth. Me and Ped will be back in the studio tomorrow doing the final word when we'll go into this game in more detail. Make sure you check out Ped's instant match reaction. Not sure whether it'll be different to mine, whether he'll have a moan or a fume or whatever. I don't know. Check that out. And like you say, look out for the final word tomorrow. I might do play ratings if you're really lucky. I've been Baz. Catch you next time on Toffee TV.